Hello, welcome back to our channel. We are the Couple Binders. We support couples to thrive in their marriages. Check us out on our social media handles. A good place to start is our website, www.thecouplebinders.com. I am Lucy Peace Nantume, here with my beloved.
Hello, welcome back to our channel. We are glad to have you. I thank you for following us, and we are very grateful that you are still part of this family of the Couple Binders.
Yeah.
And you're still our fans. Continue praying for us.
Is Ron, you have to say your name.
Yeah, I think they know it.
It's Ronald Kazibwe. Ronnie, do you know that there are many Ronald Kazibwes?
Yeah.
The other time I was checking, you're not on Facebook, but I saw 4. That's why people need 3 names.
True.
Anyway, tell them, what are we talking about today?
Today we are going to talk about finances. A very serious topic in marriage. Not only in marriage, companies, countries.
In life.
It's what runs everything.
Yes.
And today we've had many questions before. How are you running your finances? Can you just share your experiences about how you've handled this? It is not a blueprint. And what we are going to talk about is our experience. Some of the areas that have worked for us, they may not really be exactly 100% proof for you, but the principle is the same.
Yeah.
That you need to have a discussion about your finances and agree.
Yes.
And this is why we are here today.
Yeah. And we can only share our story because we won't give you experience we don't have. So in sharing, we usually use our own life. We've been married for 15 years, happily married. So there's something good happening there. So finances, where do we start from?
Finances are very important.
Yeah.
It's a very big topic, talking about finances, and because when a couple fails to manage their finances, they fail to manage all the other aspects of their marriage. But also, when you are managing your finances, you communicate. It helps you with communication.
Yeah.
It helps you to overcome so many other challenges around your marriage. And so that's why for us, we thought it's important to have this discussion. And we basically share a little bit of where we've come from and what has worked. Some areas, sometimes we tried certain things and they failed to work. And we went back to the drawing board. And we are still journeying.
So, knowing how important finances are, we started the conversation on finances when we were still dating. So we was already talked to you in other videos about conversations to have when you're dating. And for us, money was that important conversation to talk about. How do you foresee us managing money? And we both came from different backgrounds. We had grown up in families where we had seen what was happening, how they were managing money. And as we're discussing now our lives together, we said, so you've seen this, but what do you think? So we started the conversation early. Now, by the time we were having that conversation, mind you, we are still all, I think broke is the right word.
We're dating. Not broke, but we're dating.
I was still at university. He had just finished university. So really, there were not confines of money to start discussing that let's spend like this. But we took it back to, that convention of money took us back to why marriage? Yeah? Why marriage? And I remember the aspect that stood out so much was the oneness, that we get married to become one, and that oneness should not be in just some aspects, but should be in all aspects. So that's the view we went with, that even in finances, we should be one. So we should work towards being one in the way we manage finances. So that's where our discussion started from. And so we started talking about the little money that we had and how to manage it. I remember we opened an account, a joint account, just to learn to talk about money. So I would get part of my pocket money, put it there. He would get part, he had his first job, part of the money, put it there. And then when there was something to spend, then we'll talk, how much should we spend? Over contribution maybe to friends, how much should we contribute? Just a background, that's where this conversation started. But the angle we took was oneness, and then so from that point we agreed that we shall manage our finances jointly.
You could ask, so how are you doing it? Yeah. So how did you start? What did you do? We started, looks as shared with a joint account, yeah. and it helped us to move from that season.
Yes.
Interestingly, the joint account ended up failing to really work for us.
Yeah.
Because of, I think, the way we were, because of how we had positioned certain things. I remember getting some consultants and they were saying, they don't pay on joint accounts. You need to open another account. There were also a few of those technicalities that were coming up, and so we agreed that we shall have our individual account. But what we decided was that the money that comes in is ours, joint. So we discuss. We know this is what's coming in the pot, a family pot. And when that comes into the family pot, we know that when that money is here, we don't do, some couples, what works for them is this. I am Lucy, you're going to handle the bills at home.
Yes.
Me, I'm going to handle the investment. So I'm going to pay school fees. You know, because what usually happens is that in many families, we found that the men, especially when they are starting, they're earning more than the women. But you see, money is a guest, and money does variations. Today it's more here, tomorrow it's less. So for us to overcome that challenge.
So you may find that the person you told will handle the bills of home which are less, now earns more.
Earns more than you.
And then some people start detesting each other. They are not saying it because they agreed. I'm still paying my bills. Why are you angry?
Someone started paying the bills when they were earning 1 million and you're earning 5. And now they're earning 10. You're probably earning 5. And they're saying, but now they are not helping with the school fees.
Yes.
And the person is saying, but that is the agreement we had. And that is how we've been running it. For us, we realized that is a challenge. So we said we are going to have a pot. If money comes in,
not a physical pot.
Yes.
So in the Kazibwe household, this is the question usually they ask. When a family, a man has 3 million and a woman has 2 million, how much does the family have? In the Kazibwe household, the family has 5 million.
Yes.
I don't have a percentage kazi. Sorry, dear ladies, but I don't have that. We agreed that our finances are fully joint.
Yes. So when that money comes, so we know that this is how we are going to run the math. This is where from that we are going to pay the bills. We are going to give some. We are going to handle investment, save, and it is going to be for all of us. I remember someone said, but then how do you handle that being of individuality, that every time you have to tell your spouse, I'm going to do this? We got a hack for that. And we said, when that money comes, we get a percentage where it is your money.
Your pocket money.
We call it is yours.
A little amount.
So it is yours. And that money, you can spend it as you wish. Without even, you can give it whoever you want to give it. You can spend it as you wish, because but it has already been captured in our family books
as pocket money,
as pocket money and as an expenditure. So you don't have to come back and say, she's maybe she's at workplace and then she has to buy maybe one of her colleagues' lunch over something, or she doesn't have to come back and say, oh, I did this and this. I had to. My sister needed 50,000 and I wanted to send it to them. I needed to buy airtime for this person. You just need to pick it from there, and it helps you from your pocket money. And then you can, and then for us, then we have it entered as pocket money. But so it's just a percentage, and it varies. So sometimes it's high as the money comes in more, and sometimes it goes down as money becomes less. There are those times, and it's season. There are those times when maybe one of us is out of employment for a certain period of time.
Yeah.
What happens during that period is money just reduces in our household.
Yeah.
But we know that we continue to have the money.
Yes.
Yes.
And we generally sit and discuss everything because of the way we manage money. And it has helped us that we can't even have lucidica, what people call lucidica, that silent treatment of long. Because everything revolves around money, you just find that at least you have to talk about something.
Yeah.
So financial management, we've also learned how to invest in financial learning, finances, and to also reconcile our habits. We are lucky, or we are blessed, that along the way we've realized that we have somehow similar money personalities. We are not both big spenders or what, and our values have along our journey agreed. So it's easy for us to say, okay, this is tithe money, this is money for this is payment of loans, this is this. And it has really helped us. So we sit, we plan. For us, we have an Excel sheet. We enter expenses, we enter income, so we know where we are standing as a family. But also, I remember Ron in the beginning, it also comes with a discipline of the people in your family and in your circles learning your discipline. So what would happen is sometimes someone can ask maybe Ronnie for money, and I end up sending it to them. That's because of the way we are. This guy doesn't deal well in mobile money. So most times, if money has to be sent to someone on mobile money, you just find that it has come from me, because I usually have, I manage the mobile money account. And why aren't you good at having money on your phone? Biagan. So you may ask him and you'll just see me sending you money. So people learned that somehow when you ask, it may come from the other side. So people stop even playing you, that I want a loan from you, and then you're secret about it. We tell each other that we discuss. If someone needs our support, we discuss it, and we are like, okay, maybe they needed 500, we can only give them 200 because of this and this, and that's okay. Yeah. And along the way, maybe we could, it takes, I think, generosity. It takes giving of yourself. It takes dying to yourself. Another thing that comes in the money discussions, they say that the imbalance that comes up between the men and women, the man should be the provider. Why am I giving my money? Some people hold that angle. But provision is not just finances. And even when, for me, I saw it in the angle of real oneness in everything, be it finances. So I don't look at my husband from the aspect of he's the ATM and I'm the what. I think another advantage that has come from that is we really support each other to thrive. We root for each other, because I know when my husband's salary is increased, that is increased in the family confines. So I pray for him to be increased. We found couples who pray against each other, because when the man becomes better, he shows them fire. But for us, my husband is happy to push me to rise, because he knows imagine, even per DM, I would put it in the Excel, I'll declare it, and he knows if my wife is doing this, it's coming back to the family table. So it's okay, let her go and do it, and let me push her on. So it has made us root for each other and really support each other to grow.
I think there's another aspect that we wanted to share, and it is about there are those times when one spouse is out of employment.
Yeah, you had started on
it. And so what we do, because we have those seasons, a few months you in between jobs, and that's the time when you're not bringing in. So what we usually do is that, because we know that money sometimes is power.
Not sometimes, money is power.
Yes.
Has this power it comes
when
with.
When you're the one working, and yet you're the one controlling money, there's a certain way you have an imbalance of power. So when you are the one who brings in the money, then we let the other spouse
Have the ATM.
have the ATM, have the one
And
that
take a lead.
takes the lead in planning for the home.
Yes.
Interestingly, for me, when I was growing up, my grandfather is a late Salongo Mkasa. My mother and her siblings, they told us they grew up thinking that their father never has money. That was always a broke man. That yet he used to wake up every day and would go to work. And the mom was more of stay home, raise the children at their time. But every time he would come back, he would declare all the money and would give it to the wife. And it's the wife that would say, in fact, to the point that, remember I was saying, to the point that she would be the one telling him, I think that shirt is now too old. I think we need to buy you a new shirt. Hey, can you go and get yourself a new shirt?
Yeah.
So, but it helped them, and they were able to educate the children, all their children. They have very many people during their generations who didn't really get educated.
Yeah.
All where they ended up with like a man having 10 families. Oh, that's exaggeration, but you understand. But my grandfather had one family.
Yeah.
One. And they raised all of them and took them to school. So money, when I was bringing it to that point of that power, that when you let the other spouse, so also when it's your turn and maybe you're out, then your spouse helps you. Someone will ask, but what if my spouse takes advantage of that? Yes, we need to be wise.
Yes.
We need to be wise as we do this sharing. For example, if you're buying properties, put property in both names.
Yes. So
not Mr. There are certain guidelines that are supposed to be followed when you're purchasing properties, when you're managing all these things of next of kin. But also you need to understand and know each other. What are some of those, for example, areas my spouse is struggling with? Is my spouse an alcoholic?
Yeah.
Are they abusing drugs? That, for example, they are going to get all our finances and it ends up there. Are they gambling? Are they struggling with the issue with an addiction of gambling, that they are going to get all our finances and put it in gambling? So that's why we said, so when you are a couple like that, you need them to be wise and say, okay, then it may be because of this challenge, for us, like we are not going to be able to bring it in a table like that, but we are going to be managing it in a different way, or even we are going to be ensuring that the finances are not going to go directly to the spouse. They will go where they are supposed to end up. If it is school fees, on the accounts of the children, rather on theirs, they go into their account. Nowadays they have accounts. You send it there. Bills, you send it directly to the company that is supplying you. So that works.
Okay. Yes, just to re-echo what Ronnie has said, be wise. The law protects you. So for us, the properties we own are in both our names, and not in Mr. and Mrs. Kaziwe.
Because the title can change.
Ronald Kaziwe and Lucy Peace Nantume. Because there may be a Mrs. Kaziwe another time. So we put them in both our full names. Sometimes we have properties which are not in both names when we are maybe buying to dispose of immediately or other technicalities. But we are next of kin of each other everywhere. So if I die right now, my husband is my survivor in everything. So he takes over 100%. And when for us we are doing this, we don't even calculate, you brought 50%, Nenga Tako 50%. No. Someone whose account may have come with the 20% and it's okay. And another thing, spouses sometimes are so mean to each other, but also we have seen a lot of losses. Someone dies and no one knows. Their spouse doesn't know their property. All their friends know and they take over. But your spouse is more suited to take care of the interests of your children if you have children. So for me, I'm okay with my husband taking everything because I know he will handle it for the sake of our children. So I don't worry that now, even if he marries, then it's okay. When you're dead, you're dead. someone is free to remarry and move on with their life, so long as our children will be taken care of. Anyway, B, use the legal, register in both your properties, in both your names, and utilize other means to protect your property, all your things you've worked for. But we shall tell you that managing finances together for us has been good to us. Of course, we have to have more conversations. We have to reach points of agreement. We have grown in negotiation skills. We have grown in knowing each other's strengths. For example, I'm very good. You say what I'm good at. You say how I'm good at budgeting.
Yeah, she's good at budgeting. We are both, but she's better than me when it comes to that budgeting.
I will enter all those Excels. I don't know. They say lawyers don't know money, but me, I am good at that Excel sheet. I feel it. And then my husband is good at following the budget. So because of that, he does the shopping most times for the home. Me, I'll go to the supermarket just to feel good, and I buy whatever I need without following any list. But my husband will go and say, we're buying milk, here is the milk. So it helps us to stay in check in the budgeting. I'm also not I'm not a spendthrift, really. Most times I buy for the family. But when you are following a budget, sometimes you find that he's better at that. So we rely on each other's strengths. So when you find him shopping, it's not because bad manners. No, we have learned where each other's strength is in regards to handling finances. And when we go to buy property, for example, he has a good eye for property. I am good at negotiating. So we rely on each other's strengths as we manage our finances here. And along the way, the Lord has blessed us a lot, and we have seen it. We have been blessed. We've been able to build our home. We are able to take care of our lives. They are not expensive lives per se, but we are comfort. We are happy, and we are going to become very rich because we follow God's principles. Yes. My husband is going to buy me that building, he said, on my birthday. That's the other I wanted to share with them that it comes also with its disadvantages. Let me tell you one of the disadvantages. We can't surprise each other with, for example, big gifts. Because you will have to, it has to come from the deciding.
Yeah, there are a few times where you said, I am going to take away $1 million. Don't ask any questions.
For 1 month.
Just don't ask. It's but because we've grown to this level of I know whatever you're going to do, it's okay. Yes. And so and so sometimes you want to surprise and you have no way of doing it, and you.
But we've got used to that. Yes. It's a worthy sacrifice, but also it helps us to stay in check. We've seen people who surprise others with very big gifts only to find that they borrowed the money and they are in terrible debt. So we don't have those surprises because of this check. So it's working for us. It may not work for you, but since you ask, how do you do this? We share from our life experience. Other couples can also share how they handle it and how it's working out for them. For us, those who wanted to know how do you handle finances, that's the brief of it. You can invite us in your spaces to share more and answer questions. You can also put in our comment section. And if you're watching, you've not subscribed to our channel, do. Like our content, follow us. And also we are in this season. This is May, Tukaiseo. Our annual getaway is in June. Just a few days away. 20th to 22nd.
A month away.
A month away. If you've not yet booked, if you've not yet reserved your slot, don't miss it. Till then, and give our parting shots. Like.
Thank you for watching. Please keep following us and look out for some of the videos that we've done previously.
Yeah.
And learn 1 or 2 things from there, so that it continues to build you in your relationship. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.